Yo, speaking of LeBron, did you see that him and his son had rejected participating in the skills challenge for All-Star
That
weekend?
was a good move by LeBron's son.
You think so? Why? Why you say that?
I think it was a lose-lose situation. People would have bitched about it regardless.
Really? For a skills competition?
Yeah.
That most
Oh,
people
skills competition. I thought it was Rising Star competition.
no skills competition. Like where their team. It's him and his dad in the skills competition.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but the fact that they rejected it, they declined it, right? According to
Yeah.
Chris Haynes, they declined it. The father and son duo is kind of weird, but you know, at the same time, this week we're hearing rumblings of what's his name, Maverick Carter. He's trying to formulate a league overseas with 5 women's teams and 5 men's teams. And it seems like, you know, LeBron, I don't know. I don't know if LeBron is kind of protesting, you know, with the league, perhaps, who knows, not giving him a basketball team. Because remember, LeBron wants to be an NBA owner.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's announced that Maverick Carter is involved with Saudi money in a potential international league that could end up paying, because once they say Saudi money, we know that AK that means
And that's oil.
unlimited money. That's all
Yeah,
that
it's
means.
oil money.
Yeah,
You can never compete with oil money
yeah. So it's
unless
unlimited
you
money.
check. Yeah.
It has LeBron James affiliation with it, and it's like it's another basketball league that's supposed to compete internationally for
Yep.
men's and women's. So it can not only fuck up the NBA, it can also recruit WNBA players. So
Bronze.
Is LeBron low key kind of letting the league know, like, hey, if I'm not an owner, then I'm gonna take all this name recognition I built up in the NBA with my face, and I'm gonna go overseas and I'm gonna start formulating my own league with
Yeah, that
unlimited
could be a
Saudi money.
possibility. Because the Saudi money, and also I think what was it? The owner is from Taiwan, right? The Nets owner. So like you see international owners kind of creeping in now in basketball, and tech. Obviously, they're getting a play into it. And what kind of industry would we say like Tillman Fertitta and the Mavericks owner is in? The
Oh,
real estate, real estate.
yeah, they're in real estate and gambling.
Yeah, real estate gap, kind of nightlife real estate kind of business, right? Because they're both casino owners, restaurant owners, but
Mm-hmm.
the money is real estate regardless, right? LeBron does not have that to compete with. LeBron has his name, which gets some money. You know what I mean? Like LeBron being a part of this brand or LeBron being a part of that. So LeBron's name is what brings value to is LeBron's biggest asset. Same with like Michael Jordan, right? His name is what brings the asset. So those days they're kind of disappearing slowly but surely.
Yeah, but also, but think about this, right? The NBA, people don't know Magic Johnson, right? After he kind of left the league, he owned a team
Yeah,
in Sweden and he played
I
for
didn't know
them.
that.
Yeah, and he actually played for them. And I think the NBA might have stepped in, probably cut him some sort of deal, and we never heard of it again. Because
Oh wow.
you have to understand the NBA pours, think about all that marketing that they've poured into LeBron. Imagine if he
Yeah.
just left with that and had unlimited Saudi money and just went somewhere else. That's kind of intimidating, man.
Yeah, that is intimidating because
Yeah,
that's gonna take a good portion. That's gonna
yeah,
take a good portion of your views. Like not all of them. I think fans would probably come back to the NBA regardless, but still, that's scary.
that is very scary. And the league, you know, it's documented because you know Ice Cube, how he has the big three.
Big three, and they're scared of the big three. Yeah,
Yeah, they're scared of the big three, and they don't have LeBron's backing. And
yeah,
Ice Cube, craziest part, he talked about how he offered the NBA 10% for free. Like he offered them a
yeah.
percentage of that league because he understood that he was using their legendary players and then their former players to build up the recognition, and those
And it
players.
would have been better for the NBA to attach your name to that big three because I'm gonna be honest. I thought the big three would die after 2 seasons.
Yeah,
Like
but
they're going into 7 seasons. Like
But at the end of the day, the league didn't want any part of it. They told him
Yeah,
no thanks, and then they ended up, what he said is that they told their advertisers not to work with them.
yeah, that's on the league because I'm not gonna lie, that's they missed the boat on that one, bro.
I don't think so. I
No,
just
why
I
not?
no, I think how they view it is that this belongs to them. If you're gonna build a league off, because think about it, why did Ice Cube offer them 10% for free? They didn't have to do
Yeah,
anything for it. It's because he was using NBA players that got their name built up through NBA marketing to validate
exactly. Yeah.
his 3-on-3 league. So they view that as competition. Can you imagine the NBA, how much marketing dollars they poured into LeBron for him to take that and go somewhere else with Saudi money?
No, that'd be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But right here, we're going to hear from Stephen A. Smith as he gives some insight to how LeBron is kind of maneuvering, and he's making plans to be an NBA owner. But Stephen A. Smith, who has, insight to, NBA executives and some of these owners, they have a certain gripe with LeBron and the way he's operated while being the
Yeah.
figurehead in the league. And Stephen A. Smith gives great insight to this guy. I think all this is tied in. Let's check it out right here.
The issue for me with this story is that Michael Jordan had assistants. He had somebody in that room who wanted to help him. I can't think of anybody who is going to want to help LeBron James. That's what I'm saying. And that is a story that I think is going to percolate and is going to gain traction and momentum in the weeks and the months to come. That's my only point.
Can I just say one thing really quickly? I would not be shocked if we lived in a world where there was a live golf situation when we talk about an international league and all the money that's overseas, especially in the Middle East. But I want to push back on one thing where I don't totally understand, so maybe the audience at home doesn't either. Why would the NBA, why would these owners make it difficult for a Michael Jordan or not want to help a LeBron James to become an owner when they've done so much for the game?
Well, help is a relative term.
That's right.
As far as, nobody's giving anybody a discount on something that's worth $7 billion that multiple people are bidding on.
So you're saying it's a financial issue?
It's just, I'm saying, the NBA can do 1,000 different things to honor and thank LeBron James. Giving equity is just not one of them. By the way, he understands that. He knows he's not going to be able to buy a $7 billion asset for $4 billion. He knows that. He knows he needs partners. But it's going to be fascinating. And as far as the overseas thing, Molly, let me just say this about global basketball.
Okay.
There's a problem in global basketball. The biggest fan base is in China, but they have no players. Okay. The NBA tried for 25 years to get another Yao Ming. It hasn't happened. The best players are in Europe, but there's no money. These soccer teams, the top paid players in Europe make less than what NBA minimum guys make, okay? There's no money there. The players are there, there's no money there. The money is in the Middle East.
Yeah.
But they don't have players or people, and there's problems, politically and taking that money. So there's a bit of a gap in global basketball that's interesting, and I think LeBron and Maverick and other people see it, and as we watch over the next 10 or 15 years, that's going to be interesting. And literally right now, the NBA is saying, we're going to maybe go to Europe. But as far as the idea that LeBron is going to be given any sort of assistance and any help, I would be surprised if that happened because these owners guard this equity like it's a family member.
Well,
and blood is thicker than water.
No, hold on. Enough. Because, see, here's my point. Wendy is not wrong, Molly.
Yeah.
But respectfully, he's not getting to what your real question is, okay? Because you're asking about somebody like Michael Jordan, somebody like LeBron James. With all that they've done for the game,
it doesn't
why
sit well with
why
me.
would they not receive the report? Because it's a good old boys club at the end of the day. And if they don't like you, and they don't like the way that you've done business with them, they don't have to let you in. Or if they don't like the impact or the resonance that you would bring to that room, they don't have to let you in. Certainly, Wendy's absolutely right. It's about the money first. It's about the equity first. It's about business first. But my point to you is that all things being equal, would you be as receptive to helping a LeBron compared to somebody else that never played the game, that's got billions of dollars and obviously can afford to own a franchise? Chances are you're going to give him resistance because you've seen the league have issues with LeBron despite all he's done for the league, because in several instances, there are things that he has done that they've deduced is against their best interests as owners, as a business. They feel that way, whether it's accurate or not. They actually feel that way. And I know this because I have been told this by people who are in that room. And I'm sure Wendy has as well.
I'm not disputing
go ahead.
what he's saying, Molly. What I would say is this. If LeBron retires in 3 years and in 4 years there is a bidding for an expansion team like Las Vegas or Seattle, and 4 ownership groups come in and they all offer the same amount of money, whatever it is, and LeBron is in one of those ownership groups, I think his incredible value and what he's brought to the NBA could be a tiebreaker. I think that would be something that would happen.
It's just this. In 2025, in a predominantly black sport, I don't have the percentage. I just thought people cared about diversity and inclusion and everyone having a seat at the table and trying to have some progress in that area. And this is telling me otherwise.
They do, but not when it comes to controlling equity. When it comes to controlling equity in the NBA, nothing is more sacred.
Yeah, so then
So
you're
making an
still not
assumption
giving up your power.
Molly, Molly, what are you asking? Because you got to remember, Molly, listen, we can take it to social issues and things that affect us as a nation and how everybody was listening and everybody's ears were perked up, and we have to be sensitive. We have to eradicate some of the problems that have existed in this world. And that faded into the twilight, and then ultimately there was a return to the norm. When Wendy points out equity and the importance of that, what do people in positions of power want to maintain? Power. And anything that compromises that, they're not going for. So in order for LeBron to happen, there would have to be a tsunami of public pressure, in my opinion, raining down upon the league and its board of governors in order for something to happen if all things were equal. Certainly they'll sit up there and point the finger in the direction of somebody else if they have the opportunity to do so, because there's not a lot of people inclined to help LeBron James because they don't feel, even though they know he's done a tremendous amount for the league, we all know this, there are other things that he has done that has not been helpful. And they know it, they feel it, and they point the finger at him for it. I brought up the slam dunk contest. They talk about that. We all brought up the lackadaisical effort that they put forth for the All-Star game on Sunday for All-Star Weekend. You think they don't look at LeBron James? Larry Bird and Dr. J and them come in and talk to the team last year, and they think that they've touched the pulse of the players and all of this stuff. And then they say, you know what? LeBron just gave a side eye to everybody else. And the next thing you know, they went out there and allowed 400 points damn near to be scored, putting forth no effort whatsoever. It may not have been his fault, but they didn't view it that way.
Yeah.
And because they didn't view it that way, those are the kind of elements, those increments of things, those incremental things that could be problematic when you're asking for equity in a prestigious sports brand.
No.
I believe LeBron will have a big future in basketball after he finishes playing.
So do I.
I don't exactly know how it will play out, but I would invest with him. I don't have that kind of money, but I would invest with him because I believe in where he's going. Yeah.
So would I.
You have that money, Steve.
He
I
deserves.
don't have it.
So, no, neither do I. He deserves it, Molly. Let's be clear to end this subject.
Yeah.
LeBron James deserves to be an owner of an NBA franchise. There is no question about that for what he has done for the game. But there are people in positions of power he has alienated because of the influence they know he has with other players and how they've acted. They point the finger at him and some of the things that he has done in a way that he has handled it to sort of snub his nose at the business. They are resentful of it. They have not forgotten it, and they are not inclined to help him. That is, I am not guessing.
Concur
I'm
with
telling
that statement. I concur with that.
So there you have it right there, man.
A lot of politicking.
Yeah, a lot of politicking. And LeBron, I'm telling you, man, like, he's putting that pressure on them owners. And, you know, it's ooh. that's one hell of a way to put pressure on the owners by saying,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna take all this branding and name recognition that I built up while being in this league using your
Yeah.
marketing, and now I'm going overseas using Saudi money, which is unlimited, and I'm doing a 5-on-5 league with a couple of men's teams and women's teams. So I could end up taking some of your stars on the NBA side and the WNBA side. That's crazy. And he has
You
Clutch
could-
Sports. And he has Clutch Sports.
Yeah, a lot of it's
Like
a lot of it's
like
a lot of it's Clutch City, like Clutch Sports kind of guys. They could jump ships if they wanted to. You know, the
Yep.
basketball has always been about players,
and
and
this
basketball's a league that's
Mhm.
predicated on players, unlike the NFL that's predicated on teams.
players, yep. And this has happened
Yeah.
to the NBA before with the ABA. It was only a few teams, the Pacers, the Nets. It was only a few teams that they actually had in the ABA, and then
And Dr. J
yeah, and then the NBA, they end up taking not all the
merging.
market share from the NBA, but they took enough where it disrupted the NBA from growing. And so the NBA had to come around and say, okay, we'll give you guys a check to get rid of this league. We'll take on 5
Yeah.
of the teams, like the Pacers, the
And
Nets.
they merged.
Yeah,
Yep.
they merged.
You
and the
remember, like
Spurs.
Dr. J was the biggest basketball player of that time, and he was an ABA player.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, like at the time when they formed the ABA, it was a bunch of like major institutional money guys. They wanted to buy into the NBA, but the NBA was private and they didn't want those guys in. Like it was hard to buy in at the time. So those guys say, "Hey, we have enough money. Let's just form our own league and we could just pay the guys straight to come into our league."
Yeah.
And LeBron seems like, you know, the ecosystem right now it's a perfect environment for another ABA type, you know, event to happen again, because you have social media, you have LeBron James with a huge name, and then you have the
Yeah.
Saudis. The Saudis are looking to buy into the NBA, and right now the NBA only allows the Saudis to have a very small minority ownership on teams.
Yeah, and like I said, like the market is like growing, but also like the money that's coming into the league is a lot different now. You're not getting like Donald Sterling kind of owners anymore. You're getting these bigger than life kind of like social tech world billionaires
Mhm.
coming in. You're getting the tech world, they're coming in, like a lot of like kind of old money is coming in now, or a lot of these kind of
Uh,
bigger than life, like, you know, like oil, like kind of like similar to, like, you know, the Carnegie and the Rockefeller money, like that's coming into the league with these new technology, and you like like the Suns and a lot of these
yeah.
organizations I could think of. I
It's
can't name them, like Steve Ballmer and
yeah, it's
kind
almost
of
like
that.
hedge fund money.
Yeah, hedge fund money, exactly. Like I think the Mavericks and the Bucks and the Hornets and the Rockets, they're owned by real estate guys, and you're kind of getting a niche group of people buying into teams. And I think guys like even Mike, he realizes, yo, I'm getting, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting moneyed out, and that's crazy considering he's a billionaire. But he's realizing, yo, like I can't compete. Might as well sell my team to like a bunch of real estate hedges, and they could do whatever they need to do.
Yep. It's gonna get crazy. But you see the way Stephen A. Smith is talking, he's definitely
Yeah.
heard something. Cause he's talking like he said, hey, I'm not telling you, I know for a fact. Like they let him know. Cause remember, all this player movement, all this pro player shit, those are things led by LeBron. Yo, LeBron's
And
mindset.
he has LeBron's ear.
Yeah, LeBron's mindset, I'm not gonna lie, man. That's why I would say he's the GOAT of life. Like for basketball players. Not to like fuck basketball. Like I'm talking about LeBron James has shown these players how to
Move around, how to deal with business.
Yeah,
Yes.
how to even think of yourself. Your friends, because remember, basketball players used to have an entourage. The entourage would just be around, drink, kind of like Ja Morant's entourage, do dumb shit. But LeBron has shown the players, yo, you can have a group of friends, put them in positions. Look, I have one friend running this, one friend running that, and he's really shown them how to move and operate out here, to stand as one strong unit. Like it's a different mindset. And I'm telling you, the fact that LeBron now has a friend that can act like a almost like a shell company to say, hey, my friend is now linking up with Saudi money. We all know that's LeBron's contacts.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna use LeBron's name. We all know this, but you know, to play the politics while he's still in the league, now he has a friend that he built up and put in position to say,
Yeah.
hey, it's normal. Think about it. It's normal that we're hearing that his friend is linking up with Saudi money. Like, think about that. A
Yeah.
NBA player's friend that's like part of his crew. It's normal to hear that he's linking up with Saudi money. Meanwhile, that same NBA player has another friend that runs a sports agency that has some crazy clients. Like, that's what LeBron James is the GOAT of.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy when they talk about the GOAT conversation. Just, to me, it's really off the court, man. Like, what this guy is doing is unprecedented. Like, it's never been seen before, bro. Even Michael Jordan couldn't even fathom what LeBron is doing right now. He couldn't even fathom that. Because in Michael Jordan, in his own circles, he's the main guy. But LeBron James could walk with Maverick Carter and Rich Paul. And it's almost like, yo, oh shit, Maverick Carter's in the building. Rich Paul is here.
Yeah, he's a celebrity now.
Yeah. But that's LeBron James. It shows you the mindset is completely different.
Yeah.
And that's why I would say LeBron, the greatest gift he gave to the game is showing the players like, yo, how to move.
100%. He's
Like
changing the way we perceive the league. We changing the way how like player freedom and like because of him, we're seeing like De'Aaron Fox call move shots now. We're seeing guys call their own shots. Jimmy Butler calling shots. That's LeBron.
Yep, that's LeBron. And it's normal now. It's normal for them to call shots. Because before, the player would just say, oh, I'm loyal to the franchise. But then the franchise ships you away. And then the fan base kind of forgets you over time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's time, bro. Time heals everything. You know what I mean? Like, that's just life.
But at the end of the day, like, look at the paradigm shift, right? Now, the player takes control of his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a major shift that the owners were not even used to.
No.
Yeah, like that whole like, oh, he's loyal to a team. That shit really only benefits the owners, because as soon as they don't need you, they don't need you no more. They ship you away.
Like, that's why I gotta give flowers to Giannis. I think Giannis will retire a buck, but man, he's played it smart with the Bucks. He said, "All right, if you know, if I'm this valuable for you, then do what I need to do to win. Like, keep me happy."
Like LeBron got also like with Giannis. Look at Giannis. He's kind of using the LeBron blueprint. He got his Thanasis on the team.
Yeah,
just like LeBron got his son on the team, because Giannis probably realized when he re-signed with the team, because the previous owner for the Bucks that sold the team after they won the championship, he didn't want to sell the team until Giannis re-signed, because Giannis's value is what made the team worth billions of dollars.
Exactly.
Giannis being there, so it's like it's.
I mean, shit. Even Thanasis, like, he's not technically on the team, but you still see him on the bench because that's Giannis's pull.
Yep.
And like, I think next season, like, if he's not healthy next season, I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes like an assistant coach.
But that's the GOATness of LeBron, is showing the players how to leverage that, because they think about it. LeBron can't tap into that equity. When he went back to Cleveland, Dan Gilbert's net value increased by $500 million. That's something that LeBron can't even touch. But LeBron found a way to leverage that and get certain shit done.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing, man. I'm telling you, these guys, man, like, they gotta make a documentary on just the business side, the mindset, the planning. Because me personally, I think they planned all this. They've been planning all this for like, I wouldn't be shocked if they planned this from the jump.
Yep.
Like, as soon as he came to the league, like, this was the plan. Like, you get
Oh,
this,
and
you control
he was
this.
gifted a Hummer. Nike was quick on him.
Yeah, bro. Because right now, man, it looks like they might have the NBA double trapped
Yeah.
because they may have to give him a team. There's no way in hell the NBA could let LeBron James go formulate his own league with Saudi
Yeah.
money. It just don't make no sense. You're asking for competition.
I agree.
Phew. Man, I know that shit was shocking when they heard that, boy. It was like, what? And the NBA recently just announced it was trying to do the same thing.
Mm.
Yeah, man, like that's crazy, man. Like, wow. LeBron, man. I gotta say, man, he shocked me with that one, man. I knew his mindset was A1, but yo,
Yeah, he's brilliant.
yeah, he just keeps elevating. I'm just like, whoa, that is crazy.